My main area of teaching here at Sankt Ignatios is in Biblical Greek. I also sometimes teach Swedish. I have an academic background in biblical exegesis and Byzantine Greek from Uppsala University. Besides that, I'm also a music leader and singer in an Orthodox parish, Swedish-speaking Orthodox parish within the Byzantine tradition. So is it possible for me to share my screen? I think it is because no one else is, so I'm going to try. Yeah, so I'm going to get a little bit more practical here and actually discuss, present to you the course, Biblical and Liturgical Greek, that I teach, and hopefully you will get inspired and apply for this course, and I will see you in the fall. So this course can be taken as part of the pastoral program or as a freestanding course. It's completely online with the evening lessons on Zoom and asynchronous assignments. So it's easy to combine with other studies and if you have work. And it will be either in English or in Swedish, depending on the group. The aim of this course, Biblical and Liturgical Greek, is to give you the basics of Greek so that you can engage more deeply with the Greek text of scriptures. And so the emphasis is really on Biblical Greek, mainly with the New Testament, but we also do some excursions into the Old Testament, the Septuagint translation of the Old Testament. But since the Greek language is also the foundation of many of the church's liturgical texts, the course also includes studying some of the church's most important prayers in their original Greek forms, such as the Lord's Prayer and the Creed, the Nicene Creed. Okay, so let me show you a bit more practically what it is we do. So the material that we use, the main material are two books called Read Greek by Friday. So the title might sound a bit pretentious, but I promise you that it delivers on its promise there, because the books are designed to really quickly bring you into reading Greek. Is it big enough? Can it be seen? Yeah. So those are the two books, and then the main book here for the first half of the course is Read Greek by Friday, a beginning grammar and exercises. So that's it contains the basic of Greek grammar and exercises to help us consolidate the grammar. And the exercises are constructed both with they contain both constructed sentences and sentences also from authentic sentences from the Bible. Let me see if I can quickly find that. So yeah, so yeah, here. So for instance, here you see that pretty soon we get into reading the actual Greek New Testament, little snippets from the Greek. And sorry, I just lost my here. Let me just go back. So as you can see, hopefully, the book is about 120 pages. So if you're afraid that this is going to be a very grammar heavy course, you don't need to fret. It's not going to be that intense. And really the books have a really pedagogical and easily accessible approach. So you get introduced step by step with the smallest amount of necessary Greek to get you introduced to, so get you reading the Greek. Okay, and so when we finished, when the course is about halfway through, we switch our focus to this green book, Read Greek by Friday, and this contains the Gospel of John and 1 John. So this is actually the real authentic text of the New Testament is in this book. So we switch over to this, and here we start letting the Greek text of the New Testament be our guide to learning Greek. So as you can see how this is built up, you have the text of the New Testament here at the top. And then you have aids to parsing and translating. So this is a sort of reader's guide, but it's maybe more fuller than a normal reader's guide. So here you get help with certain words and grammatical constructions and verb tenses. And this is really unique if we think about it in the context of studying Greek at university. If you take a New Testament course at university, it takes much longer time, you need to learn much more of the grammar before you're introduced to longer sections from the Bible. But here they really get you into reading the authentic text of the Bible really quickly, and so it's quite unique. So what we do in the lessons then is that for each week, students are asked to prepare a translation of one page from this book, and they write down maybe questions that they have and comments that they have, and then we talk about it during the lessons. And these lessons are really a joy for us all, because we get to sit there and discuss and read the very words of John. We talk about, we have theological discussions and linguistic discussions. Yeah. So besides these books, I also include material. I try to include a variety of media like audio and images, and to keep the learning more engaging. And I always try to keep a connection to the liturgical life of the church. So for instance, if there is a feast day coming up, we may look at the icon of the feast and we may study the Greek that's on the icons. Or depending on how far we've got with the grammar, we may look at the troparion or hymn from the feast. In any case, we use the hymn as a pronunciation guide. So we look at different icons. Okay, let's see. We use we talk about the Greek on the icon and compare how we write on icons is a bit different from how we write in the published, the Greek text that you see in a textbook. And so this prepares you to be able to read text on icons when you meet them. Let me give you an example of what we do right now. Since it's Great Lent, we look at the icon of Saint Ephrem the Syrian, and we read as our pronunciation help. We read his prayer. So written here on the scroll of this icon is the Lenten prayer attributed to Saint Ephrem the Syrian, which is read in, at least in the Byzantine churches, it's read now during Lent. So we use this to get into Greek, to the pronunciation, and we also look at the grammar of it. And I encourage the students, if they want to, try and incorporate it into their prayer life, so they can really get into the Greek. I also have a wonderful link to a reading of the prayer. So I thought we're going to listen to this now, actually, because it's really nice.
Κύριε και Δέσποτα της ζωής μου, πνεύμα αργίας, περιεργίας, φιλαρχίας και αργολογίας, μιμιδός, πνεύμα δε σοφροσύνης, ταπεινοφροσύνης, υπομονής και αγάπης, χάρισέ μοι το σώδουλο. Ναι, Κύριε Βασιλεύ, δώρισέ μοι του οράν τα αιμάπτεσματα και μη κατακρίνειν των αδελφών μου, ότι ευλογητός ή εις τους αιώνας των αιώνων. Αμήν.
So that's a little bit of a taste what you will get to do if you take this course. Lastly, I can also say that for the pronunciation of this course, we use the modern Greek pronunciation, which is also quite unique. If you study Greek at the university, you will probably learn the Erasmian pronunciation. The reason why we use this modern Greek or the ecclesiastical pronunciation is that partly it's more closer to the way Greek was pronounced during Christ, the days of Christ, and the writing of the New Testament. But also to show you that it really is Greek is really a living liturgical language today, and so it helps you much more if you want to take part in a Greek Orthodox liturgical setting. Your ears are already prone to understand this pronunciation, and will help you a lot to get into it. Yeah, so that's all for me. I hope to see you in the autumn. Thank you.